Long ago, in the heart of Africa, stood a magnificent city called Benin. It was a kingdom of wonders, protected by great walls and filled with artists of incredible skill. For generations, these artists worked for their kings, creating masterpieces from bronze, brass, and ivory. They made statues of leopards, masks of queens, and gleaming plaques that covered the palace walls, telling the history of their people. This was their art, their treasure, and the living heart of their kingdom. But one day in 1897, a different kind of army arrived. Soldiers from a land far across the sea, dressed in red coats, marched into Benin. They did not come as visitors. They came with fire and bullets. They stormed the royal palace. They broke down its sacred doors and filled the beautiful halls with smoke. They fought the guards and took whatever they wanted. And what they wanted most were the brilliant bronze treasures. The soldiers poured into the royal rooms. They saw the gleaming artworks not as sacred stories, but as prizes. They ripped the plaques from the walls, gathered up the ivory tusks, and stuffed the bronze heads into rough wooden crates. They did not ask for permission. They did not offer anything in return. They simply took. This was not collecting. It was conquest. The heart of the kingdom was being packed into boxes and carried away. The crates were loaded onto ships and sailed across the ocean to Europe and America. Soon, the bronzes from Benin appeared behind the clean glass of great museums in London, Berlin, Paris, and New York. People would visit and marvel at them, but the labels in the museums often told a quiet lie. They hid the truth of how the art was taken. Some even claimed that the people of Benin could not have created something so beautiful, which was a story born from pride and a desire to justify a great wrong. For many years, the bronzes sat in those cases, far from the sun of their homeland. But a stolen story does not fade away so easily. The people of Nigeria, the country where the ancient kingdom of Benin once flourished, never forgot. Historians gathered the true story. The Nigerian government asked, firmly and clearly, for their treasures to be returned. They declared, "These are not just objects. They are our history. They were taken from us by force, and it is time for them to come home." Now, the world is listening. The lie is crumbling. A few of the bronzes have begun the long journey back to Nigeria, where a new museum waits to welcome them. But most are still far away in foreign cases. This is an epic of truth, of a great wrong, and of a long journey home. It is a story that is still being written, and its most important chapter, the chapter of return, is happening now.